class emails. Time to read some mail. It's M-class emails.
Time to read some mail. Yeehaw!
That's our new theme song. Mailin'. Get them emails mailin'.
Oh, yeah.
We are the New Blues Brothers. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Elwood Blues brother Josh.
You would be Jake and you know it.
Because I'm dead inside, also in real life.
Oh, no. I found out Josh is a vampire and he told me not to tell anybody, but...
Shut up! Now they're gonna want me to perform my crazy vampire magic.
Yeah, do the neck trick.
Oh my god, the second neck trick reference. Holy shit.
On this show, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, we read your emails and respond to them. It's very intricate.
It's very simple.
No, it's intricate.
That's what intricate means, right? Simple?
I mentioned before, it's actually really difficult to write descriptions for these episodes.
Yeah,
we do the same thing in all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Our first email is from Emilio.
Hi, Emilio.
Who says, priority subspace communication. You boys better take this one in your ready room.
Oh shit, I'm in my underwear in my ready room.
I am in my ready to fuck room.
Jesus.
Greetings, boys of Trek. Admiral Emilio Estrada here.
Hello,
yes,
Admiral.
That's right. That one admiral with the really big dick.
It's like you're just listening to us talk about really big dicks.
My reputation precedes me, just like my dick. I need you boys for a cliche, obvious, devoid of any substance, clearly written by Orsi and Kurtzman in an afternoon, universe-saving mission.
Oh, God.
There is a super-duper powerful alien threatening the Earth, the Federation, the Alpha Quadrant, the whole enchilada.
Kurtzman and Orky wouldn't ever put the words Alpha Quadrant in a Star Trek movie.
No, they would say space.
It would be space, all of space.
We must provide the alien with mediocre Star Trek podcasts, or it will consume all life in the galaxy.
Well, we're doing our part.
We've given the alien the entire library of M-Class podcasts, but it's not enough. We need more content.
Okay.
A new collection of two-parter episodes should appease the alien. The fate of our world,
God.
the fate of all worlds, rests in your special podcast-making minds.
We could do a two-part episode collection, but it would have to be a small one, because we'd have to do, like, 2 parts of the show,
Yeah,
too.
so maybe we could do, like, two-parters. So
yeah, like
4
two
episodes.
two-parters, yeah. Yeah.
First off, M-Class is far beyond mediocre. I'd go as far as to say it's pretty good.
Is this the part of the email that you made up to make us sound okay, Jeff?
No, he only said it's pretty good. Just messing. M-Class is my favorite podcast. You guys crack me up constantly, and your insights into the Star Trek universe are amazing.
Thank you, Emilio.
M-Class is so damn good, I can't say it enough. I love it. Thank you so much.
That sounds like you made that up. That sounds like you
I wrote the whole email, Josh. Shut up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Edit this part out. Now I know a 2-part episodes collection is a tall order, but I had to at least ask because it would be awesome.
I thought about it because, like, I mean, we have to at some point talk about them. Like, there's major crazy episodes that are 2-parters, so.
Oh yeah,
you have to do them.
He gives us some suggestions as well here, like TNG Chain of Command.
Yeah.
Voyager's Year of Hell, and he says, hear me out, guys.
No,
they can't.
The Year
all
of
be
Hell
winners.
episode will feel like a year of hell. It will feel like I will be in a year of hell.
He apparently really likes these episodes.
Year of Hell?
TOS The Menagerie. We actually did,
what did we do?
The Cage. And The Menagerie is just The Cage, but, like, split into 2 parts.
Yeah.
It is the only 2-part episode in TOS, though. Yeah. And, I mean, maybe, like, way later down the line it would be interesting to go back. But I guess it has been 2 years almost already.
Hear me out.
Okay.
The Satan's episode.
This is fresh. This is new.
This is new. I like it. I like it.
DS9 past tense. It's the one with the Bell riots.
Yeah, that one's great. I would do that one for like time travel.
Yeah,
also,
a time travels collection would be crazy.
Time travel is really good. I thought about First Contact's episode collection where you do like First Contact missions. There's a couple of them you can do.
Oh yeah, First Contact is so important to what Star Trek is as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And TNG Times Arrow is the one where Data meets Mark Twain.
I love that episode,
which is hilarious.
I fucking love that. Those are great. I love Lady Gaiden.
I haven't heard that impression in so long.
Giving up cigars after all.
The crazy thing is, like, the Mark Twain impersonator that they got is actually really bad at it. Like, he's not a good Mark Twain impersonator
Which is why I'm so good at doing that guy's voice, because I'm also terrible at doing Mark Twain. It's me, Mark Twain, from San Francisco land. It just winds up turning into Reese's. That's every voice I have.
You do have one voice that everything morphs into very slowly.
Shut the fuck up, Jeff.
Eventually,
right,
your Grand Nagus Zek is gonna become Reese's as well. Thanks very much for the awesome podcast, guys. Thank you, Emilio.
Thank you for that great email. That was great.
I look forward to continuing our Star Trek, he says. Thank you.
You're like some kind of astronauts on some kind of Star Trek.
Our next email is from Josh, not you.
Josh Genderson.
Who says... hello,
guy.
people of Trek culture.
Hi!
Hello.
I like how they're themselves, like, editing it, so we don't have to say it. I appreciate that, though.
I like saying it, so I'm fine with it.
I don't mind saying it, because you give me $10 every time I do it.
Yeah, it's how you make your living, and you're trying to avoid it.
Yeah, well, I'm lazy.
So I've been watching DS9, and I have to agree with your assessment of the Bajorans. They hit a little too close to home. They're quick to anger and quick to have Kai Wynn as their spiritual leader. Wynn just reminds me too much of a make Bajor great again mentality.
Yeah, well, I think that's the point, right?
Yeah, it was a warning that no one
They knew.
needed.
They knew. We're just living. So it's hard for us to get past it because we're living in it right now. It's hard to see the forest through the trees, but like they knew. They knew exactly what that
there was
person
always
would have been like.
There was always like the possibility that it was headed in this direction. Like they knew.
They knew, yeah.
They didn't know it was going to be the guy who fucking told Kevin McAllister which direction to go at the hotel. But
Yes, when I think of Donald Trump, that's the first thing I think of, too.
I used to be the first thing I thought of. God. Why would they have someone like this in power, especially after she almost incited a civil war over fucking moisture farm equipment?
Because they're leaderless. They don't. They're Germany in the 30s. They'll do anything. They'll do anything.
Also, why would Cisco keep this a secret? I'm sure it was explained in the episode, but I was too angry to accept it.
About what?
She almost started the civil war over the farming equipment.
Oh, because like you can't. Because they're already fucked up enough.
Yeah,
You're not
Cisco's like an outsider as well. Like, he could cause horrific problems for the Federation in their efforts with Bajor if he
his job is to make Bajor, like, stable, and that
Yeah.
would not help make Bajor stable.
Another thing about DS9 is the episode's past tense also hit way too close to home. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The
There's a
Bell
lot of
riots
that.
are gonna happen.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, it won't be like... The Bell, I mean, like, in the story, like, the ghetto is like a 1930s Germany ghetto where it's like fenced in and like you can't leave, but like it's gonna happen in ghettos here that are fenced in more like socioeconomically instead of physically, right? But
For
yeah,
sure.
like,
I mean,
it will
honestly,
happen.
that could happen. Like,
Ferguson,
people these
fucking
days,
Ferguson happened. That's the same thing. It's Ferguson.
People these days are like real fucking horny for walls around their problems. So, like, for all we know, the Bell riots could happen exactly as they were depicted.
Exactly.
One of the futures that I hope do/don't happen, if only we can see the things that are wrong with our culture and fix it. I don't want it to happen because I hope we aren't that far gone, even if all evidence points to the contrary.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
I mean, I agree. I hope it doesn't happen.
Anyway, pitch it or ditch it.
Yay! Some fun stuff.
Really, it's just a pitch of living through the life of Nog, his journey from ensign to captain. After leaving his work on the Defiant, he goes back to Starfleet and builds his career. Maybe we see the point where he stops asking females to chew his food and everything.
When he goes on the date.
Man, I would love a Nog series.
I love Nog. I love Nog and STO. He's super fun.
Yeah.
Anytime you get to be in a mission with Nog, it's always good.
I would absolutely love to have a series focused around Nog. Like,
yeah,
his actor could still do it.
Yeah.
Much love, Josh, aka Generally Depressing on Twitch, aka Future Josh.
What?
Who knew?
Who knew?
Our next email is from Sam.
Sam, like
his name is Sam.
The eagle from the Muppets.
Yes.
That's his name, right?
I wish
Sam
I could do an impression of Sam for the Muppets, because then I would just do the whole email in that. I
can't think of how he talks. I can't think of it.
For those of you about to trek, we salute you.
Lady Gaiden!
That's him!
There it is.
Here's a question, Jeff and Josh. What do y'all think about robots? I mean, look, I know you guys love Data for all the right reasons, but what about real-life robots like Roombas or Johnny Number 5?
I'm all about robots, man. I wish we had, like, droids that did stuff for us. I mean, I guess a Roomba is like that, right? It vacuums your floor.
I love robots. I talk about this in the last episode of M-Class, the one that's attached to this one.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the idea that, like, we make life. It's artificial, but what's the real difference between it and us?
You gotta watch Ex Machina,
I'm
man.
going to.
I know we just got done the other episode and we said this, but oh my god, like
I'm going to.
You got, dude, like I would tomorrow, just watch it tomorrow. Don't even wait for your wife.
It's like tough to find enough time where we're like both like ready to watch a movie.
Yeah, so I know.
I might just watch it by myself, but like when I was little, like one of my favorite game series, and still my favorite game series of all time, like one of them was Mega Man.
Yeah.
And I was like, as a kid, I was like, well, he's a robot and he's like exactly like us, you know, what's the difference? And as I got older, that question, like, what's the difference?
What is the difference?
Is the focus of so many stories.
Well, we're coming up on it in real life. Like, we're gonna have to, like, it might fuck us up totally. Because there are people who they're not ready for that shit.
Oh no! I mean, like,
they're not ready.
All those stories about like machines being like horribly persecuted under humans. Yeah. That's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like super fucked up.
It's just like,
I mean, are we talking about
really matter to the machines? You know, will artificial intelligence be to the point where they will feel the hatred? You know,
they kind of get into that in Ex Machina. I don't want to ruin it for you, but there's a great line that what's his name? Poe Dameron. I don't remember his real name. Jason Isaacs. Yeah. He says the line, and I don't want to ruin it, but they talk about like what a machine like gets out of being around people, and it's really crazy. It's like dude, that movie fucked my shit.
I'm gonna see it. Don't ruin it for me.
I don't want to ruin it for you. But I mean, are we talking about like Roombas? Like R2D2 is like a Roomba, basically, right?
Like he continues onward, so maybe he sort of
okay.
He says, with technology getting spookier and spookier, the eventual integration of AI into society is inching closer and closer to reality.
Right.
It's a whole new frontier of ethical murkiness that could elevate society to a new zenith of progress, or we'll have to deal with some Terminator Genesis bullshit, and nobody wants to see that shit again.
Yeah,
There's a great quote from Stephen Hawking on the potential risk and reward of technology outgrowing us. And that quote is, if machines produce everything we need, the outcome will depend on how things are distributed. Everyone can enjoy a full life of luxurious leisure if the machine-produced wealth is shared, or most people can end up miserably poor if the machine owners successfully lobby against wealth redistribution. So far, the trend seems to be toward the second option, with technology driving ever-increasing inequality.
Yeah.
And that's the real robotic future that we're looking at, that we're already somewhat living in, is that machines replace humans, and machines don't replace CEOs or like middle managers.
Right, they're replacing the laborers.
Yeah,
there would need to be as unpopular with some people as this might be, there would need to be like a living wage that you just get.
Yeah.
Because money's fake anyway.
It's like wealth redistribution, exactly like Stephen Hawking said in that quote, is if we redistributed the wealth to everyone and like robots were completely benefiting everyone equally,
right,
then it would be a utopia. But that's just not how human beings work.
Yeah, it would have to be bad before it. Right, something would have to happen pretty big. Maybe not bad, but like something miraculous. Maybe that's the wrong word too. Something amazing would need to happen.
Yeah, like we would have to be fundamentally changed as a society.
Aliens would have to happen, honestly. And we might find out, like, depending on like what you believe about aliens, or if you even think about it at all, like maybe they are robots. Maybe they're just maybe the aliens, like the Greys that we think of, are like just drones that like other races send out.
Maybe
to look at us and say like, what's going on over here, right? Who knows?
That's a fun topic to get into. Like,
yeah, we could do a shoot the shit about that.
We could talk about aliens
all day.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
I love that shit.
Maybe we'll do that. But we're talking about machinery now. Like Sam continues. That seems like a much more likely apocalyptic scenario than rogue robots trying to cleanse the earth of we mortal scum. So on that happy note, what would your ideal scenario be for robots and AI to be integrated into society and culture? How would you want that whole transition to go down? Very slowly.
Yeah, have to be slow, but it won't be.
Technology is moving way too rapidly. And, like, I'm always for scientific progress.
Yeah.
But there's always that warning in old B movies about, like, scientific progress without
Pandora's box.
Yeah, without any morality behind it can like lead to disastrous results.
Yeah, like I mean, if we're talking about like droids from Star Wars, right? Like basically they're just like gophers. Like, would it be awesome to have just like an R2 unit like that did like repairs around your house? Also, like if you wanted pizza, you could be like, go get me some pizza. And he goes and just, like, takes the subway and gets you pizza. Like, that would be great, right? Yeah. Like, even though we have delivery people, but, like...
In, like, my perfect world, like, I guess it goes back to Mega Man, right? Like, Dr. Light couldn't have kids, so he built Mega Man and Roll to be his kids, and, like, they're, like, his assistants and help him in the laboratory and everything.
Well, you're really talking about, like, the beginning of the end of Homo sapiens. Because at some point, you then become a different species. You become a hybrid mix of synthetic and organic.
Well, that's like transhumanist, and like transhumanists believe that's what's going to happen. We're going to meld with our technology. At some
it
point.
Makes sense. Like we're already like doing that.
Yeah,
like, we're at the very beginning stages of that. So,
I feel like WALL-E is a pretty good example of what the future is going to be like, where like we become so reliant on technology that we're just like amorphous blobs and machines.
I love that movie.
That's a great fucking movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty likely scenario, honestly.
Yeah.
We're already becoming, like, fatter and fatter and fatter as a society.
I know I am. I love eating cookies. I just want cookies all the time.
Yeah. I've got a cookie waiting
Taco
for me, like
Bell?
a real big one.
I just want Taco Bell, dude, like, every day.
Jesus Christ, dude, your colon is gonna be
I just want to shit myself to death. I just want to shit my own butthole out.
Sam continues, personally, if robots took over the world, I wouldn't be too mad about it. Like, it's a definite bummer, but is it necessarily going to be worse than what's going on right now? Womp, womp.
Maybe. Guess it depends.
I'd at least give it a month to see where they were going with it before joining some ragtag resistance group. Maybe I'm a coward. Maybe I'm a fool. Give them a chance is what I'm saying. Anyway, take pride and care for yourselves in this long journey.
Thank you.
Sincerely, the chief aquatic engineer on the USS Instant Martians, Sam. Which is hilarious.
That's a great email.
That is a hilarious Looney Tunes reference. And I guess Sam knows that I fucking love Looney Tunes.
You love the Looney Tunes.
So, our next email is from someone you might recognize. I know I recognize.
Uh-oh, is it Prince?
No, Prince is dead.
Oh.
It's Coyd.
Oh my fucking god.
It's Coyd, everybody.
Clyde.
Coyd Grey Wolf.
Hi, Coyd.
Who says, I listen. Big fan of big fans here. Here's a pitch it or ditch it, or 2, or 3.
Oh my god, Coyd.
TNG, Thomas Riker is in charge of a small ship, and adventure occurs.
I love this plot line. I love this 2-second pitch it. I got 2 seconds. Go. Thomas Riker adventure. I like it.
Pitch it.
I'm
gonna punch it up a little bit. It's Will Riker, and he's on the Enterprise, and he's second in command.
And the episode is season 2, episode 5.
Next is an episode of what Lore was up to between when they teleported him the fuck off the Enterprise in Data Lore and prior to his return in season 4's Brothers.
I think we talked about a Lore episode where you think it's Data the whole time.
Yeah, we talked about that with Kevin.
Yeah, that's such a... I can't get over that. I can't get over how good that is.
I want to watch that one.
Dude, that's so good.
Where did he get that cool outfit he wears?
He replicated Coyd?
Lore is now the captain of a small bandit cruiser, which he definitely stole.
This is very Darth Maul, Clone Wars-y.
His second-in-command and lover is a half Bajoran, half Cardassian. She's the only one of her kind. Not true, Coyd.
There's tons of them.
There are a lot of them.
Those Cardassians were fucking everybody on Beijing.
He mentions, I don't know if this is talked about later in DS9, I just finished Season 1. Yes, it is brought up.
Catch the fuck up, Coyd. Mike is watching it, making him watch Deep Space Nine.
Deep Space Nine is so fucking good.
Yeah.
She hates both races and doesn't owe any allegiance to anyone except Lore because he functions real good. She says this in the episode multiple times.
I like that. I like that character.
Yeah.
I like that character.
Other crew members include a hold on, he made a correction here.
Okay.
Antedian. Yeah, he said Shellyak, but he meant Antedian.
Okay.
Other crew members included Antedian with allergies who constantly sneezes. I guess that's like a comedy bit now in Star Trek.
Because they're snot.
Just a regular Klingon, and Miles O'Brien's evil twin brother, Biles O'Brien. Not sure what the episode is about at this point. No, I just want to have it be its own miniseries or a comic. I guess pitch it?
I'm gonna pitch all of those, Coyd, just because I love you.
He does have one more.
Okay.
Season 3, Data is intrigued by the notion of getting scared for fun and begins to run simulations of popular horror films in the holodeck. In a bizarre series of events, the Enterprise is struck by lightning and Freddy Krueger is unleashed from the holodeck.
This sounds like a Ready Player One thing, Coyd. That sounds like this is a ditch it for me on that.
He begins to roam around the ship, frightening everyone. Data uses the malfunctioning holodeck to summon Wes Craven to help him kill the fuck out of Freddy. Geordi also helps because I like when Geordi and Data hang out and are friends.
Alright, I do like that part.
This episode brought to you by New Line Cinema. Don't miss A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, in theaters this summer. I'm gonna pitch that. That's hilarious.
Hit by lightning. I like how like the Enterprise is just like airplane from airplane.
It just
gets hit by lightning.
I don't know if this is too many things to send in one email to get read on the show. If that's the case, I hope you enjoyed this email, Jeff. Thanks for doing the show.
He knows. He knows about the skimming process we have.
I have to, guys. I have to.
Yeah, sometimes emails are really, really long.
Yes. Thank you for that email, Coyd. I'm going to pitch all of them because...
It's good to hear from you again.
Yeah, it's good to know you're alive, so I'm going to pitch all your things.
I hear from him every now and then through Mike's speakerphone, so I know he's alive.
I didn't know he was still alive, so it's good to know. He apparently listens. He said he listens.
Well, he sent an email.
Yeah.
He knew about Pitch It or Ditch It, so...
Our next email is from Harker, who says, "What's up, Josh and El Jefe?"
What's up?
You know El Jefe means the boss, right?
The boss.
Anyway.
That's what Jeff is. Jeff's the boss.
Who's
Not
the
like
boss?
Springsteen, though. Not like Bruce Springsteen.
No, I'm like a good boss. Nah, Bruce Springsteen's alright.
Yeah, sometimes he's okay. Like, I can handle some Bruce Springsteen,
Yeah,
right? Like,
I can take it in small doses.
yeah, small doses, yeah.
Greetings from Emails Episode 1. I started listening about a week ago.
Oh, whoa, jeez.
You got a lot to catch up on, dude.
Yeah, there's like 30 of these things.
Like essentially everyone else that's ever messaged the show, I too have creeped on Josh and those continuing smart friends for the better half of a decade.
Yay!
Yeah, they're good.
Thank you!
At this point, I should probably establish that I'm a stupid, dumb idiot casual when it comes to Star Trek, having only seen Season 1 of TOS, The Wrath of Chaka Khan, First Contact, and the reboot films.
Yeah, you should watch more Star Trek that isn't the reboot films.
Yes, everything that isn't the reboot films.
Everything. Even Voyager. Fuck it, why not?
Sure. Oh wait, Jefe, before you possibly start to feel left out, you should know that apparently we came off the same assembly line. The reason I say this is because I'm also a bearded graphic designer who makes geeky t-shirts and has an appreciation for those kicky Chinese bugmen. So that's neat. He's a graphic designer who makes t-shirts and likes Kamen Rider.
Nice.
Which, yeah, I guess we came off a similar assembly line. There are a lot of bearded, glasses-wearing graphic designers out there.
Yeah, it seems to be like a thing.
It's actually weird for me because I had a beard before it became, like, I'm super fucking hipstering right now. But, like, I had a beard before it became, like, a really big thing.
Yeah, you and I both grew beards because we don't have chins. So.
Yes. Also, I'm lazy as fuck. Like, I have to shave twice a day to be clean-shaven.
Yeah, shaving is fucking terrible, also. Yeah. It's fucking terrible. And then women who shave, I'm
impressed.
You're insane. Like, it's crazy.
I'm super impressed with you for that.
I don't know how you do it.
Fucking... Yeah, it's like seeing people slowly developing beards over the years and like it becoming popular and then seeing all these people who look like me suddenly is the weirdest shit to me.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but it's like every time in history, right? People always just do that.
I imagine eventually they're all going to start shaving them off because it's not cool anymore, so
yeah,
whatever.
somebody will be in a movie clean shaven and they'll want to be like that or whatever.
Anyway, I'm really enjoying the show despite some of the vocab flying completely over my avocado-shaped head. Avocado's coming back, eh?
Wow, that's so weird.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Thanks for gifting me a new show to listen to on my walks to and from work. Ya boy, Harker.
Thank you, Harker.
P.S.
Nice.
Hey Josh, anytime you want to get going on that series of fantasy novels set in Daranos, I'm all in.
Yeah, you know, that'd be fun. I would do like a book. I would love to do a book.
Dude, I would fucking definitely make art for your book.
I'd need to like think of a good story.
Yeah. I mean, you could just do like a collection of short stories.
I could do that.
That would be like a good little introduction thing is do like a collection of the short stories you told.
I would like to do like a history too, like what led to the modern era or whatever.
I think, but like, that would be like a good first step, right? To like gauge interest.
Yeah.
Is to make a collection of the stories that were on the show.
Oh, I could do that,
and
definitely.
sell it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little later. I might be able to help you with that.
Oh my god.
PPS, Hefe, have you been keeping up with the info for the upcoming Kamen Rider? Yes, I have. Josh, I think you would find the upcoming Kamen Rider hilarious.
I think that show is hilarious.
It is. It is hilarious, but
it's crazy.
His face is a watch dial.
Dude, they're running out of faces.
And he has, like, a chest piece that comes down that's like, you know, a metal watch, like the interlinking pieces of metal?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like a big chest piece that comes down that's shaped like the interlinking pieces of a watch band.
I'm trying to find it. I can't see it.
It's Kamen Rider ZI-O.
Oh my god. ZI-O.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's got a watch. His head is a watch.
Jesus Christ.
And actually, like, really do you see, like, the weird little, like, well, not weird little, like, the big Japanese letter shapes that are in his eyes?
Yeah.
That says Rider. I fucking love it.
These fucking shows.
PPPS. www.harkerdelosmuertos.com. Take a peep at my work, baby.
Oh, sweet. Check it out.
Yeah.
Go over there and check that out.
If you guys want to show yourselves, I might say it. Depends on how I fucking feel about it.
I might say it.
Harker was cool to me, so I said it.
Nice.
Thanks for the email, though.
Yeah, that's a great email.
Oh, wait. This is actually a really good question. Also, I was wondering if you guys would be down for expanding on what, to you, makes a great Starfleet uniform.
Oh, I would love to do that. Oh,
Sure.
my God.
What makes a great Starfleet uniform to you?
Like, right now?
Sure.
Oh, man. Simple, but it has to look practical. That's kind of why I lean toward the later with the gray shoulders.
It's like
it's a little more
too
practical
to me. I think.
You think?
I think it loses a little bit of the fun of Starfleet uniforms, but I mean it's still like one of the best looking uniforms in Star Trek history.
Yeah, I know like the 80s outfits were like super 80s-ified, and like that was Gene Roddenberry's like, they would just wear like spandex, basically,
the fucking
right?
vacuum spandex suits.
Yeah.
I don't like those. Like my favorite uniform is the TNG suit because it's like that perfect halfway point between like very uniformish and practical and still like really colorful and fun.
Yeah.
I really love the TOS suits because technically they're the most practical since they're just naval uniforms that they made different colors.
Yeah, I like when something skirts that line between like military and exploration-y.
Yeah.
And Starfleet-y. So I don't know. Like it's I made so many uniforms in Star Trek Online that like I've agonized over hours of it. This is not a question I can answer right now.
I mean, there's a wide berth of answer here.
There's so many. Oh my god.
I think the number one thing that the bad uniforms get wrong is the uniform has to fit correctly.
Yes.
Like the early TNG uniform, way too fucking tight.
Too tight, right? They complained about their back hurting because they couldn't like bend.
The Voyager uniform, like the DS9 early uniform, Voyager uniform, way too fucking baggy.
Yeah.
You just have to get a correct fit on the uniform, or it doesn't look right.
Yeah, the Discovery uniforms are kind of okay, except for all the flashy bullshit on it. I hate that stuff.
My only real problem with the Discovery uniform is that stupid collar they have.
The collar, yeah.
That's like one side like polo shirt collar and the other side like dog collar.
Yeah, it's like they were like, make it both.
I fucking hate that. And it's like super obvious on like Captain Pike's banana yellow ass uniform.
Yeah.
Which also like mute your fucking colors, right?
Yeah, you gotta learn how to color them correctly too.
Like, even like TOS didn't have that bright of fucking colors, dude.
Yeah, it's too much.
Anyway, thank you, Harker. That was a great.
That's a great email.
Our next email is from, his name might actually be Stan. I don't know.
Okay.
Who says, hey, Trek pals.
Trek pals!
Trek pals! That sounds like a Muppet Babies version of M-Class Podcast.
Welcome back to Trek Pals.
It's Trek Pals. We'll make your treks come true.
Fucking trekking through the universe.
Yeah, they'll definitely say fucking in our children's show.
In my children's show, they will. Fuck them.
Second dishwasher of the lemon rib steak Starfleet ship, Officer Rado reporting. So I guess his name is Rado.
Rado.
Remember Judge Ito decorating his judge robes with those strips that meant nothing? Me neither.
Was he listening to us?
So far, everything we've said in M-Class Podcast has been brought up in these emails.
That's so weird. I know, to them, this is occurring, a week after, if they're not patrons, but, literally, we just do these back-to-back, so this is so weird.
That's a little bit how the sausage is made for you.
Yeah.
I figure my last email was too long, didn't read, but the Voyager crew finding themselves on Jackass World was a good pitch it or ditch it.
The show Jackass on MTV.
I thought I sent it to the wrong email, but I made double sure I wrote the address of this email perfect. Anyway, F it. What's up, boys? I've been checking out some episodes, and I saw this one where this crewman was in the holodeck and told off Riker, and he got the girl. And this spurred a Boston Sean's pitch it or ditch it. I think he's talking about Barkley.
Yeah.
The pitch.
I think he fights Riker, right? He punches him.
Yeah. The pitch. Data invents a card game that is playable in the holodeck. He invites certain subjects to the holodeck as to not tell them exactly why they're there.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Holy shit, dude. That was really fast. He hasn't even... You're right. That was really fast.
I'm a fucking genius. I can see the future.
But his data assigns each of them an apparatus that is attached to their wrists and a deck of cards. He then reveals to the crew that they're locked in a deadly game of chance in the form of Yu-Gi-Oh! With the holodeck's technology to display lifelike monsters, magic, and whimsical traps, the players find themselves in a realistic strain as they embark in a harrowing 13-episode tournament.
Oh my god, no! No!
Well, hopefully this email finds you. Hit me back just to chat. Your biggest fan. This is Stan.
Thank you. That was a great email. I knew it was Yu-Gi-Oh! I
can't believe you knew it was Yu-Gi-Oh!
Dude, I do this all the time. People hate me. Dude, I always know.
I love that the acronym for pitch it or ditch it is POD.
POD? Because it's
PIODI. POD.
POD. Because you have to take POD to even understand it. Did you ever watch Pitch It or Ditch It on POD?
Oh my god. Watch, yeah. Our next email is from Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Who says, greetings, Trek boys!
Trek boys!
Big fan of prune juice, a warrior's drink here.
It is. It'll make your butt go warrior mode.
Your butt gets a warrior's workout, for sure.
It does.
I like how we didn't start this big fan of thing. It just happened. It's just a thing now in emails.
They did it themselves. They mimetic themselves. They memed themselves.
I love it. I recently started watching my way through all of Star Trek after dipping my toe. Hold on, I just realized.
Yeah. We
should make a shirt that says "Big Fan of M-Class Podcast."
We should, along with the what was the other one? The Jeff and Josh shoot the shirt.
Jeff and Josh shoot the shirt, and I realized the other day I forgot to make a shirt I said I was going to make ages ago, which is double dumbass, where dumbass on you. Dumbass is in chrome and double is in an 80s radical font.
Oh my god, I want that so much. Please.
That's going to happen. I wrote it down this time.
Yes. Holy shit.
I recently started watching my way through all of Star Trek after dipping my toes into TNG about a year ago, and even more recently discovered the podcast. I've been a fan of Josh and Continue for a while and was super pumped to see him and another super cool and funny guy doing a podcast about the series.
Thank you.
I was really getting into.
That's great.
That is great. Thank you. I didn't know I was super cool and funny.
I did.
I'm just kidding. I knew.
I knew that.
I've since caught up on all the episodes, and I'm having a blast being part of the community in Discord, which you can join by becoming a patron at patreon.com/mclasspodcast for as little as $1.
There you go.
Anyway, well, actually, let me say that again. Anyway, I'm really enjoying the Trials collection so far, as I feel that these are some of the best episodes that Trek has to offer.
Oh my god, we also said that.
Yeah, it's all coming around, man.
Oh my god, it's everything.
It's all connected. Every line rhymes with the last one. It's like poetry.
It's like poetry.
The Measure of a Man in particular.
It's like poetry. It's like poetry.
The Measure of a Man in particular was incredible, and it is some of the best storytelling I've ever encountered, not only on television, but in any form of media. I can agree with that.
Yeah, agreed, fully, 100%.
Episodes such as Rules of Engagement and Matter of Perspective are similarly great. The courtroom drama in general is a very successful type of story, and many great books, films, plays, etc. use it to great effect.
Yes.
I.e. 12 Angry Men, To Kill a Mockingbird, and so on.
To Kill a Mockingbird. Yep.
What do you think makes this such a good storytelling device? I think it has something to do with our innate desire to see justice being done, and the procedural format of a court case is inherently suitable for story structure.
It's like
your thoughts on this.
It's like a mini version of the hero's journey, right? Where like your hero, who is somebody who is typically like falsely accused, and there's no greater injustice done to our sense of self than to be falsely accused of something, and then to have it all take place in sort of one venue is very play-like. Like that's like
it's
play.
Very cheap as well.
It's very simple, and simple works well. That's something we've gotten away from in storytelling. Is simple works well, so be simple. But also then like you put everything against them in the beginning, and then you slowly reveal the truth, and it's very cathartic. It's like being sick, or like in some tribes they like would poison you with like a drink, and you would vomit and hallucinate, and then when you come out of it you got this sense of euphoria, and it's very much like that, where like you're fucked, right? Like you're done, but then eventually you come out of it smelling like roses, and that's very cathartic for people.
It's the entire courtroom process is like a battle, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's all. Yes.
You get the same exact reaction, like emotionally, as seeing like a battle, but like all the emotional impact of like fight scenes and stuff has kind of been taken out of
the battle. Is the words. The battle is the words, right?
Yeah.
And the outwitting of the opponent.
There's like an inherent dramaticism to courtroom cases, even in real life. I mean, there's a reason why there's a court TV channel.
Right.
It's something that is natural to the entire courtroom procession.
Yeah.
And it's super easy to capture that type of like emotional impact in a story, especially a story that explains its characters to you, and you see their motivations and their backgrounds.
Right. It works well with flashback also. Yeah. Like you can add a flashback if you need to show something that you want to show, if it's a film or a movie or a show, you know what I mean? Like you can do anything with it. It's great.
It's like a very structured storytelling device, but it's also like limitless in its opportunities to branch out from.
Yeah.
I mean, Law and Order is half courtroom show, and it's been on for fucking like
37
a million years.
Like it's been on Law and Order came on.
It's been on since the Paleolithic era.
The Precambrian era. There weren't trees yet. There were just ferns. That's when Law and Order came on.
The inherent drama of a courtroom case, plus the characterization that's necessary in any type of storytelling media, is almost assured to create at least somewhat of a gripping story, no matter how much is put into it or taken out.
I mean, that's like you said, Law and Order. Like, how many Law and Order episodes are good? Like,
who the fuck knows?
Like, who even knows, right? But they just keep making the same shit because people love it. It just works on so many levels. There's just it does something to our brains that it like lulls us into comfort and justice. We love justice.
We do love to
served.
see justice being done, and it's
Yes.
like in a television setting or a movie setting or any sort of fictional setting, justice being done is always done right for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
not in To Kill a Mockingbird,
Right.
which is like one of my favorite novels ever. I don't know if I've
Yeah, they
ever
kill
said
that mockingbird at the end, which is crazy.
Well, technically.
Yes, technically yes.
But like usually we don't get to see justice being done on a day-to-day basis in real life. Like injustice tends to be much more noticeable.
Yeah.
So having that sort of outlet is cathartic as well
Yep.
for us as
Yep.
an audience. Signing off, Ensign Joe, rather be frolfing on Patreon and Discord.
Frothing? Frothing? Is that frisbee
Frolfing.
golf?
Frisbee golfing, yeah.
Don't they
Frolfing.
hate that? Don't they hate when it's called frisbee golf? Isn't it disc golf? Isn't that what they like to have it be called now?
I don't think Ensign Joe cares, since his name
I'm not-
rather be frolfing. Peace and long life. Live long and
yes.
prosper, Joe.
Yes. Thank you.
Our next email.
These are great.
This is a good crop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our next email is from Phantom Thief Goofus,
Oh, Goofus is back.
who's not goofy. You're fine.
Goofus.
Captain's log. Stardate. How do stardates even work?
They just made him up.
I'm surprised nobody's used this as a framing device to contact the legendary Boys of Trek. I'm sending this transmission in the hopes to get pitches rather than ditches.
That's the game, right? Do you guys like keep score at home? Like you can
should.
answer. We probably should.
You should keep score for yourself. Like every time you send in an email, you guys could do this in the Discord actually. Like
That yeah, you could.
whoever actually yeah, we'll do this from now on. It's all on you guys. You guys have to compare how many pitches you've got.
You gotten.
And whoever has the most pitches will get a special title added to their name in the Discord.
Yes. Like Admiral of Pitches.
Yeah, Pitchmaster.
Pitch Admiral of the Fleet.
We'll have to remember to either pitch it or ditch it from now on, like every time.
Yeah, we'll have to make a decisive
Yeah.
decision.
Peyote 1. TNG, a businessman is thawed from the past and tries to pull some capitalist bullshit on the crew of the Enterprise. It fails because in this enlightened age, people realize that money is fucking fake and maybe shouldn't be in front of sentient life suffering. Worf dropkicks the dude out of an airlock.
I'm gonna pitch that because
Fuck yeah.
I love like the idea like in that one episode where they unfreeze those people and the one guy's like
Yeah.
a banker. I love that. I would watch a whole episode where it's him like maybe I'll punch it up a little. Maybe it's him, right? And he goes back to Earth and he has to like deal with like his reality now and he can't handle it.
That would be
people
great.
People are like, "Yo, just what are you worried about? Like you don't have to worry about anything. What the fuck is your problem?"
Yeah, there is that episode where they unfreeze the people already.
Yeah,
And, the
yeah.
guy's main thing is that there's no more business for him to be the, master of. He's very
not
much
in
like
charge.
80s businessman, like a
He's-
Gordon Gekko.
Dun, 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 dun. Don't you worry about blank. Let me worry about blank.
It's sad that he had that bonitis.
If only I had gotten the cure to bonitis.
B-plot, Data consumes a bunch of media from the past with robots in it, and is troubled what humans think about androids. He really likes Wall-E and Mega Man X, however. This
We
is
just
getting
talked
creepy.
about this is so fucking weird,
This
dude.
is getting fucking
This
creepy.
is so weird. What the fuck is happening? Seriously, this is fucked up.
It's almost everything we've talked about has got brought up in these emails now.
We just talked about that. We just fucking talked about this.
Peyote 2. TNG. Crusher's been having nightmares about Wesley's execution because it's canon, and decides to go speak to Counselor Troy about
Pitch
it.
it. He dies, pitch it.
She then asks Crusher, "Did you even like your son?" She wrestles with the question for a minute and then replies, "No, not really." She's then absolved of all guilt and starts her vacation, eating, praying, and loving all over the galaxy.
Eating, praying and loving.
And maybe her and Troy have a casual thing. Hey, it's the future. I ain't gonna judge.
Casual. Yeah, pitch it. Pitch that.
I'm gonna pitch that for sure.
Eating, praying, and loving is a pitch. That's the funniest
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
shit. That's so fucking funny.
I've already read the email, but I really fucking cracked up when I read that. I want
That's
to point out.
funny.
B plot: 10 Ford getting fumigated, and Whoopi Goldberg is getting restless without a bar to run. So she spends
Lady
some time.
Guinan.
So she spends some time in the holodeck and watches Little Rascals from the 90s and remarks about how that one mom looks nothing like her.
Oh my god.
C-plot.
I didn't even remember she was in
I didn't either.
C-plot.
There is a C plot in this one.
What? That's not usually a thing.
Q materializes and reveals that he was previously the Greek god Zeus. Smash cut to him immediately getting ultra arrested for the countless sex crimes. Worf drop kicks him out of an airlock.
You know what? This sounds a lot like a Satan's episode.
I think instead of doing a Satan's collection, I think I just want to make a logo for it and sell a t-shirt that just says Satan's collection on it.
And like we never do it. Like it's like a shirt for something we've never done. That's really funny.
Like I wanted to say like Satan's collection 2018 so that like it'll be out of date by the time we ever actually do it.
Somebody will wind up wearing one, like they'll find it at like a Goodwill like 10 years from now. And somebody's gonna be like, "What's your shirt?" And they're gonna be like, "I have no idea. I just got it at a Goodwill."
I thought it was ironic.
It was ironic, so I wore it.
Follow-up question, because I'm very formulaic. What's the first thing you replicate? I'm replicating a brontosaurus rib and tipping my car over.
Oh my god. What?
Signed. That's the opening from The Simpsons. Not The Simpsons, the Flintstones.
Yeah, I know, but like, what? Where's your car? What car?
I don't know. He's gonna replicate a car too. Signed,
like a
Phantom
Camaro.
Thief Goofus. Too much of a cool renegade for Starfleet. So captain and founder of Cool Crimes Incorporated.
Like Bender. Bender Crimes Incorporated. Dude, fucking, what's the first thing I replicate? Oh my god. I probably would replicate a food to see how it tasted.
Yeah.
Like Indian food or something, because I love it, and if it made Indian food well, I would be in heaven.
Dude.
So
yeah, maybe
I would,
a curry.
Yeah, I would try like a curry or something.
Maybe like a nice like goat vindaloo.
Yeah, because I would want to know if it worked right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd probably start with something simple.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, because I have like a problem, like I have a real problem, I'd probably replicate a Pepsi first.
I bet it would be in there, because at that point they would like have replicated like maybe they had the recipe even. You know, I bet you could do it. And it would be healthy too, because none of it is bad for you, right?
God, I wish I lived in that and not the fucking timeline where I'm gonna have to give up a kidney soon.
I mean, you should probably stop like shooting Pepsi into your toes.
Look, the police don't look there, okay?
That's how they know I don't do a lot of Pepsi.
I inject it directly into my gums.
I
The
put it
police don't look there.
into my tongue. It was like I taste it while I inject it.
Yeah, I think I would start with like a soda, just to see if it like makes an actual soda and not like the shitty Soda Stream sodas.
Yeah, like it doesn't taste like RC Cola or something like that.
Fuck
Yeah,
RC.
Royal Crown, suck my goddamn dick cola.
Thank you for the email, Phantom Thief Goofus.
That was a good email. We already failed. We didn't pitch it or ditch it at some of those, but
fuck.
some of them were, I think, clearly ditches.
If we don't pitch it or ditch it,
That's a
consider it a ditch.
That's a ditch. Yeah. A polite ditch.
We did pitch it though, because it was just two of them.
We pitched the dead Wesley.
Yeah, we pitched the capitalist bullshit on the crew of the Enterprise.
That's right, we did do that.
So
yes.
he got 2 pitches.
So that's 2 pitches. That's 2 points.
Our next email is from Azrael.
That sounds like a Satan's episode name.
Who says, I've never really been into Star Trek because I came from a Star Wars family and was always told it was boring.
Uh-huh.
Now that I'm not a child, I realize my parents were just bad people.
I mean, I'm glad he said it. I didn't have to say it.
And I watch it now. Okay, my question is, the truest idea of what Star Trek should be seen as in shows and on screen is a compilation of these classic books. It should be written like the Odyssey, told like the Iliad, and explained like the Republic. And should be consistent throughout the series.
That's very, I'm going to take your word for it because I never read the Iliad or the Republic.
I've read the Republic and the Odyssey, but I've never read
I've only read the Odyssey.
I don't know about the Iliad. The Odyssey is like one of my favorite stories, but it's mostly about Odysseus being like a giant fucking asshole, and he's like celebrated for it because that's their idea of a hero. Then
he's a fuck up, yeah.
But he's also like ridiculously clever.
Yeah,
and,
he is.
Like he gets out of all of his problems by outthinking everyone around him.
That's very Star Trek.
Very Trek. Yeah. So
and the Republic, I'm assuming, is about like government.
Yeah, I mean, it gets into like government and like morality. And
that's
so,
like
I mean, you're
that
fairly
works.
close. I mean, his email is titled.
I'll accept that. Yeah.
His email is titled, I'm wondering if my idea is close. And I think you're fairly close.
I think you're close. I think that works, yeah. The Iliad that's the one about Troy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's...
So I've never read it, so...
I guess that would be the Deep Space Nine episode of the Greek Star Trek series, because it's all about war. Right?
Yeah, I've never read it, so I don't know. But
the movie's good. I like that movie with Brad Pitt. That's a good movie.
Yeah, he was hot in that.
He was super hot.
Thanks for the email, Azrael. Azrael. Our next email, is really long, but let me see. It's from Ben Good Ben on the Discord.
Okay.
What's up, Trek boys to men?
baby.
Trek make love to you like Trek wants you to.
Oh yeah. Trek you all night, and I'm gonna trek you in the butthole. That's the words, right?
That's the words to it, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. Trek Town Philly's back again. I fucking love that song.
Dude, fuck yes.
I just finished Discovery and have a lot of thoughts, but my main question is, do y'all think the show could have been saved, at least to a level of general mediocrity, if they had made the show about something? Anything?
I think your email pretty much answers itself.
I didn't like the show, but I'll admit I didn't hate it as much as you two, and I've been poring over a lot of the internet's hot takes to get my thoughts straight, and I think most people talking about where Discovery went wrong are missing what makes Star Trek, especially TNG, so different from most TV.
I would try to not read opinions about Star Trek on the internet, except for this show.
Yeah,
this show's the only show. We have the right opinions, so.
Yes. If you don't have our opinions, then you're wrong.
Then you're wrong. Absolutely.
The general point of this email is, it is kind of long. I'm sorry, Ben.
Yeah, it's okay.
But is that TNG episodes are about something. Like, they have a message or a moral or
there's
an idea behind them that you're supposed to get as an audience member.
Yeah.
But
there's a point to it.
Television these days seems to be aping very heavily off of Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones, where like the shock value is more important. I mean, those shows have like, he even points out these shows have like great storylines, but the knockoffs of them
are bad. Yeah,
they're just trying to go for shock value, and that's what he saw the problem was with Discovery.
That's a great point. I think
there
that's
were
a great point.
Big twists and turns that were made just for audience shock value that have no real value to the story whatsoever.
It's almost like talentless people are making the show. It's almost like that.
He liked the season finale because it seemed more like Star Trek, although I don't particularly agree with that. I understand exactly where he's coming from with it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't like watched it, but here's my opinion about it. No, I think like anytime you watch something like New Trek-ish and it's like beating you in the face with its non-Trek dick, and then all of a sudden it switches to its Trek dick because it's a Klingon and it has two dicks now.
Yeah.
you're just happy that you got slapped in the face with a little bit of the Trek dick, and you kind of forget about the non-Trek dick reaming you in the mouth.
That's pretty apropos. I mean, he says that straight up, not in so many words that like
not so eloquently as I just said it with that dick analogy.
Any dicks at all, so I tuned it out.
How could it be right?
He said everything leading up to the finale was absolutely asinine, but the finale was much more Trek. It's not nearly enough to save the season, but it's a start in his book.
I mean, it's a start if they keep going, but I mean, are they? Like,
who knows? Really?
Who knows? Yeah.
What do y'all think? Do you think Star Trek can really continue to exist in an era of character drama for the sake of drama? Do you think Discovery was fundamentally flawed beyond having lost the Star Trekky commitment to being about something meaningful?
Here's the main problem, is that anything can exist now. I do a show on the internet where I make fun of video games and make dick jokes. Mm-hmm. Anything can exist. The problem here is television is the problem. The problem is television dictates through advertising and its need to maintain a status quo of millions of dollars and millions of viewers every week, a status quo of failure. And that's what's happening with Star Trek, and they don't know what to do with it. So they're like, well, we'll put it on the internet, but we'll make it our own internet. And it's like, anything can exist. You can make anything now. We're totally free to make whatever we want, and we always have been. But now we're super free.
Yeah.
Television is the problem, not Star Trek.
You could go and make a Star Trek show right now. I mean, fucking Seth MacFarlane did.
Exactly.
And that's on TV, but you don't have to make it on TV. You could make, just a series. Right. And have it be Star Trek, but, you change the names of shit and the designs.
Right.
And you can do the same type of thought-provoking stories.
Right.
And really, the bells and whistles of Star Trek aren't what's important about Star Trek. The fact that the J.J. Abrams movies use, the same designs and the same characters and shit is completely pointless. That has nothing to do with
Do they even use the same designs? They don't.
No, but I mean, it's all, spun off of the same shit. It's everything is called Star Trek shit. That's all window dressing.
Right, it's all, smoke and mirrors.
The core of Star Trek is exactly like you said, Ben. It's about something. There's a moral behind the story. There's
a bigger question that we can't answer easily, and the art of the show is that explores the question.
Yeah.
That's what Star Trek is.
Even beyond that, there's an underpinning of this salient desire that we have as a people to grow beyond the strife that we're causing in the modern day, no matter what modern day that is.
Right, the suffering that we have to live through every day. How do we stop that? Right,
our desire as a people to grow beyond what we are now and become better. That is the absolute core element of Star Trek.
That and cool laser fights.
Yeah, and ships that are way bigger than planets that fight in space.
This ship is bigger. This is a big ship. It's bigger.
You see the little ship that's the good guy, and then a bigger ship shows up, and it's evil.
It's the bad guy.
So
it's like Rocky.
Evil.
It's like Rocky 2.
It's like Rocky 4, but even dumber.
It's like Rocky 5.
So as dumb as you can get.
So the stupidest idea.
I think that you hit on a lot of good points, Ben. I really do.
Yeah.
And he mentions that, he knows that we have a much deeper love of the nuance of the franchise than he does, and it won't hurt his feelings if we think he's fucking dead wrong. We don't, for one.
No, I don't think you're dead wrong.
But for two, I think Trek is a personal thing for everybody as well. That can get you into problems when you, some people completely ignore the tenets of what Trek is, the tenets of understanding and compassion, equality, and open-mindedness are all tenets of Trek that can't be ignored.
Yeah.
But there's a personal understanding of what makes Star Trek so great that each of us has.
Yeah.
Not to get all up our own asses about it or anything, but there's a higher purpose for Star Trek. Than just being pew-pew lasers in space.
Right. Exactly. I don't... It's disturbing that, so quickly people are willing to just sort of be like, well, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's
I fucking care.
There's
Not
always
to be
this
like,
thing that's like people bring up that's like, oh well, the Star Trek that was there before isn't gone. Like,
Right.
let them do whatever they want now, and it's like this isn't fucking like I don't know, Babylon 5.
right.
Like,
Right. It's not Battlestar Galactica, right?
this is a show about something.
Right.
It was created to have more meaning than what was on television at the time. It's not like Space 1999. It's Star
Right.
Trek, you know?
Earth 2.
Yeah, it's not just like, wouldn't this be cool? Wouldn't this idea be cool if we did it, like science
Right.
fiction?
Right.
This is speculative science fiction. Like,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
not-
what our future could be like, and how do we get there?
Right. It's got a philosophy to it.
Yeah. And just getting rid of that is pointless to me. Like, it's
It's
ruining...
stupid.
and
It's foolish.
It's ruining what Star Trek is about, what it's for, the reason that Star Trek stands out from everything else.
Yeah.
It's-
Just go to YouTube and play the clip of J.J. Abrams talking about how he never really liked Star Trek.
Yeah, and then they gave him the franchise.
And then they were like, here, make Star Trek. And it was like, why did you do that?
There are so many people out there working in the industry who fucking love Star Trek.
Yeah, but J.J. Abrams makes the best movies.
They should have gave it to fucking Seth MacFarlane, apparently.
Dude, right? Give it to fucking, like, Jonathan fucking Frakes or
Yeah,
something.
Jonathan
Who
Frakes knows what the fuck
ever?
he's doing, at least, you know?
Pick a guy off the street or a lady off the street, and then,
Yeah.
like, they'll do a better job.
Give it to me.
You give it to me.
No,
Give it to
me.
Give it to me.
Sincerely, Rear Admiral, you know what I mean. Ben
He means
Ben
butts.
Good Ben.
He means butts.
He's on our Discord as well as Ben Ben Good Ben. So
Ben, good Ben.
I wanted to point out that the title of this email is "But What If Discovery Was Good?" P.S. Yeah, I say y'all, Jeff. I'm from New York, but I live in Texas, and saying y'all is the best part, literally.
That's the only part that's good.
Thank you, Ben.
Don't you like the 110-degree desert weather in Texas? Isn't that good?
We also had an email earlier from Joe that was titled "Reading titles out loud is illogical."
That's a great
People are always giving me shit for not reading the titles.
because they want to put a joke in there, right? They want you to like read the joke.
Yeah. If your joke is good enough, I read it, everybody. I want
there
you
it
to know
is.
that.
That's pure comedy. That's the purest form of comedy. If it's
Our
funny, it's
next
funny.
email is from Commander Jack Carpenter of the USS Virginia.
Oh wow.
Jack Carpenter, football man who loves Star Trek.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, "Trek boys, what up? Big fan of Worf's Skeletor fighting simulator here.
Dude, right?
I love that. I absolutely love it.
Doesn't it come back again? Oh no, they reference it again. They talk about it in
Yeah.
Deep Space Nine. Quark is like, doesn't he fighting those monsters in there?
I'll get right to it. What do you think of the Star Trek fan base? On one hand, I feel there's a lot of people who love the franchise's core values. People that hold Star Trek to a high standard. The standard set by TOS, TNG, DS9, and Enterprise. Fuck you, Voyager.
Nice.
Then on the other hand, there's fans who don't seem to give a baker's fuck what the hell the franchise is doing. They just like the things that have Star Trek slapped on it. And
Not
like
to be...
and like pew pew laser explosions and the Beastie Boys.
Not to be like that asshole, but I'm going to be. I would say that they're not Star Trek fans then. They just like space stuff. Like they're science fiction fans or they're space fantasy fans, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say space fantasy is a good way to put it. Space fantasy fans.
My interaction with Star Trek fans is pretty limited to Jeff and people in Star Trek Online. And everyone who I know in that game is a really great Star Trek fan where we all kind of like respect each other's Star Trek fandom. I think it's like we're like the last of the Jedi, right? Where there's like so few of us, like where we're just like, hey, whatever, man. Like I just want some really good Star Trek. Like we're just salivating for it and we're not getting it. So I don't know.
I know this basically comes down to me disagreeing with the second group of people, so take that as it is, but I feel like Star Trek is a series that in recent years, including Discovery, has steered super far off course from its original vision, and its fan base is therefore split. I know many franchises are like this, but I'm curious if you find it to be a difficult fan base to be a part of, etc. Especially seeing as the franchise seems to be catering to that second group more than the first.
I would say it like didn't veer off course. Like I think JJ drove it off a cliff.
Yes.
Just like the Corvette playing the Beastie Boys.
That's the shittiest thing is I actually really like the Beastie Boys. It just doesn't belong in Star Trek.
I'm fine with them like even putting modern music in a Star Trek. I don't care about that so much. But like anyway, whatever. I think like the second group of fans. I think being a fan of something is so simple now that you don't even have to be a fan to say you're a fan of something.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to be part of a fandom at all.
Yeah.
You can still be a fan of the thing.
I'm a Star Trek fan. It's like, okay, cool, like great.
Yeah.
What, like whatever. Like I don't interact with people typically like who like that type of thing because like I just wouldn't want to talk to them about it because
you don't have to either.
I don't have to. Yeah, like I don't know.
I'm not in a fandom of anything.
Right.
Like, I've specifically decided at a certain point that all fandoms are shit.
Yeah, it gets you in
every
trouble.
single solitary one of them.
Like religion.
The only fandom that isn't shit is the M-Class podcast fandom.
Yes.
They're all good people.
Shirt it.
My favorite thing is, like, I go to your streams, and I know that, like, a lot of people who are saying it are, like, M-Class fans, but people say, like, blank boys all the time. Because they see other people in the chat doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's M-Class shit. You don't know that.
Yeah, sorry, I just burped. I it started with, I mean, for me, like, that's what I always think of when I hear something boys. I'm always like, that's supposed to be Trek boys.
Yeah, that's Trek boys, baby.
That's Trek boys, baby. Yeah, fucking.
But, yeah, I think it's probably for the best to not consider yourself part of a fandom.
Yeah.
You enjoy what you enjoy for what it is, and if people want to talk to you about it, that's cool. I mean, the only people I talk about Star Trek to are, like, Josh and, like, Kevin every now and then.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
And, like, every now and then I go to the M-Class Discord to talk about Star Trek, but we mostly just talk about everything in there, so I'm not on there as much as I probably should be, but...
I mean, that's how this podcast started, was, like, we just would stay up and talk to each other about Star Trek.
Yeah, it'd be fucking 3 in the morning, and we'd have, like, a Twitter DM that's, like, 1.5 miles long.
And we're, like, complaining about stupid shit in Star Trek and saying what we liked. I mean, that's how it started, so...
Yeah. I wanted to do a Star Trek podcast really bad, and just one day after, like, months and months and months of, like, every day just talking about Star Trek, Josh was like, I'll do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
And that's how this was born.
Ta-da!
It's here, everybody.
And now you're listening to it. Well, the other part of it.
Hopefully, you like it, too. And if you like it a lot, you can become a patron.
Give us money.
Give us your fucking money. I mean, thank you for your money.
In the future, we might not need money, but right now, I want to eat some Taco Bell.
Yeah. I like how that was almost like an infomercial. Like, in the future, we might not need money.
Yeah, we might not
right
need
now,
money.
we need your help.
Has this ever been you? And then the lady throws like a frying pan out the window because she like loses the grip. Oh no!
Are your frying pans very slippery?
Are your frying pans too greased up from all the bacon you're eating? Dude, I want some night bacon. That's what I want.
Night bacon, night egg.
Night egg, night bacon. Oh, night egg. Fuck, dude. Fuck Kevin for starting night egg.
Yeah, I wish I never knew what you guys were talking about. You guys would just say night egg at each other, and I'd be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Night egg. Just whisper it.
And now, like, every time I hear it, I'm like, I want a night egg.
Dude, it's so bad. Just eat some fucking eggs before bed.
Yeah.
Let me just, like, eat some eggs and then go to sleep for 8 hours.
It's great for your body.
Cool idea. 30 fucking years old. Cool idea.
Thanks as always, bros. I'll give it a shot at giving myself a rank in a ship, and he, again...
I like that you
Jack
made yourself
Carpenter.
Commander, because your name sounds very commandery.
Yeah.
That's
I
like a very
that he
commanding
outranks
name.
us.
That's fine. I'd follow that guy into hell. Fuck it.
Fuck yeah, he plays football.
Fuck it, dude. I love football.
I'd follow that guy into the bathroom so he could give me a swirly.
He wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't. He's a great dude.
He's a commander.
He's a commander in Starfleet.
He'd give you a
definitely-
swirly of responsibility, maybe.
Yeah. He'd give me a swirly of mutual respect.
Yes. Which, isn't that what all swirlies really are?
No. I think I usually make us ensigns whenever I draw us.
Ensign? Yeah. It's funnier because we're just nobody.
Yeah, even though I always list myself when I give my rank and ship and everything as a lieutenant commander.
Lieutenant commander. That's a pretty good middle ground. Like
Yeah.
you're in charge of stuff, but you're not too in charge, right?
Well, my TOS uniform that I have upstairs is Scotty's, so it's a lieutenant commander.
I don't know those ranks because they're
Oh, you
crazy
don't?
to me.
They're not crazy. It's like one thing is a lieutenant. Like
Yeah,
one thing is a
two,
lieutenant.
yeah.
And then one with dashes above it is lieutenant commander.
Yeah.
And then two solid ones is
captain.
No, two solid ones is commander.
Oh, it is.
And then two
Captain's all
solid ones with
fruity.
a dash in the middle is captain.
Oh.
And if you're an ensign, you don't get jack shit.
You don't get
sleeves.
shit. Yeah. Fuck them.
Also, semi-canonically, if you just have the dashes, then you're a
Yeah.
lieutenant junior grade.
Oh, okay. Like kind of how lieutenant junior grade is 2 pips, one of them's not filled in.
Yes.
I like
Yeah.
that. It's very simple. I love that about Star Trek uniforms, like the simplicity of the rank.
Oh, yeah. It's so easy to see
So
the
easy.
rank, especially
Yeah.
in TOS, where it's gigantic on their forearms.
Also, it looks like a cool tattoo.
It does look cool. I've thought about getting a tattoo that was the rank, but I don't think I would ever do that.
It would be tough because it's skinny on your wrists, right?
Yeah, it would have to go all the way around the wrist.
Yeah,
too,
it would have
which
to be. Yeah,
which would
that'd
suck.
be tough to do. Yeah, that would hurt.
Thanks for the email, Commander.
Thank you, Commander.
Maybe you'll give us some recommendations for promotion.
Yeah, I want to be something not too. I want to have Saturdays off.
You can do that in Starfleet. I want to be Lieutenant Commander because I think that's probably the lowest rank you could be Chief of Security at.
Yeah,
No,
that's.
I guess War's a lieutenant.
He's
isn't he,
lieutenant.
when he
Yeah,
starts?
he's
But that's
lieutenant,
just because
yeah.
Tasha Yar gets tar monstered to death.
I think it depends on what type of ship you're on too. I feel like smaller ships, lieutenant commanders, can be first officers, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
true.
Cisco was, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's all the emails we have this time around.
Well, that was a good batch of them. Those
Yeah.
were really good.
I'm always I'm not surprised. I'm always more proud that all of our fans are so fucking eloquent.
They're great.
And
No, they're amazing.
It's
Seriously.
it's always an even split between really eloquent, thought-felt questions and then
and funniness.
really great dick jokes. And I'm always super appreciative of both. And sometimes people do both in one email. I'm damn, you guys
It's a
should just be
roller
doing
coaster
this
ride.
podcast.
I feel that way about Continue fans a lot too. Some of them are so funny. And I'm
yeah.
dude, so fucking funny. And that's how I feel about you guys. You guys are great, and I love this part of the show so much.
Oh yeah, I love doing the M class proper a ton.
Yeah.
But I feel we get the most fun out of doing emails.
Yeah, emails can lead to some super funny and also very serious topics.
So I'd like to thank everybody who wrote in. You guys are great. And everybody who didn't get their email read, I'm sorry. I have to
And
curate
everybody who
these.
didn't write in, fuck off.
Don't you dare listen to this episode.
I'm so pissed at you. Night egg.
Just fuck you. Just so everybody knows, I curate based on how many times people have had their emails read in the past, content of the emails, and sometimes I accidentally just delete some. I'm sorry.
I like how you're just so on. You're just like, sometimes I just delete them. Because
Yeah.
fuck it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just accidentally, I'll like just delete it along with another one and be like, fuck. Well, alright, it's gone.
It's gone. Oh, well. That's fucking funny.
Thanks everybody who wrote in. Thanks everybody for listening, even if you didn't write in. I know Josh just said to fuck off, but I don't
I
feel
was
that
kidding.
way.
They know that.
I don't
God.
feel that way.
Oh, Jesus. Now everyone's going to love Jeff more than Josh.
Yeah, fucking right. But thank you, Josh, for being on the podcast with me.
Thank you, Jeff, for, kissing me like how you do. I mean, being on the podcast with me, shit. I thought we
now
weren't
everybody knows
recording
we
anymore.
kiss a bunch.
I mean,
With our
whatever.
wieners.
Together we make a Klingon. We make one Klingon.
Alright, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next week for more M Class.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!